Welcome to eBooks for Fashion podcast, the fashion marketing podcast that will help you to start or to grow your fashion business today. Want to learn more? Visit our website ebooksforfashion.com where you will find lots of free resources for your fashion business. Thanks for listening. Episode number 301, turning a 50K USD dollars fashion nightmare into a 35K USD dollars fairy tale. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fashion Marketing Podcast, a podcast sponsored by ebooksforfashion.com. Today we are talking about my story. Can we talk real for a second? I've been itching to share a bit of my rollercoaster journey in the fashion world. One that involved a hefty 50K debt. 50K USD dollars debt. Yeah, you heard it right. Sure, that was a really bad time. But wait, it's not all gloom and doom. This story has a happy twist. Fortunately, for me, there's a really happy end in this story, but honestly, think that it was a really nightmare. And I'm gonna tell you why. Picture this, I'm steering a lively community where I guide fashion-loving souls, like you, of course, to turn their dreams into a runway reality. As a professor and a maestro at many academies in Italy, in Milano, at Accademia del Lusso and at IED Moda Lab in Milan and Turin, I've seen over 3,000 students and more strut their stuff. But let me tell you, the path to fashion glory wasn't paved with sparkles and sequins. And you know why? Because many students like you and many people like me and you had very big struggles in the fashion industry. Let's rewind to the days when trade shows were the holy grail, each costing a small fortune, ranging from $5,000 to $10,000. It was a very stressful time, you bet. Booking spaces, crossing fingers for acceptance, and praying buyers would show up. It was a high-stakes fashion poker game. I can now talk about poker game, but actually at that time, now I see like a long time ago, but actually at that time, and especially now, where it was a very bad time, a stressful time, especially before Christmas, because the first trade show that I had to attend for the next year was Pitti, and Pitti in Florence starts always in January. So it was a very stressful time. Fast forward to the plot twist, I found myself drowning in a 50K debt, $50,000 debt. Yes, because I spent lots of money anticipating the expenses of the trade shows. So it was very difficult then to create a very big then cash flow to get back that money. And now I explain you why in my story. So can you relate? Have read that gut-wrenching feeling of putting your heart, soul and savings into something only to watch it teeter on the edge of a disaster? But hey, I didn't let that be the end of my story. Honestly, I didn't went to depression, but I thought to change my life. Instead, I turned that fashion flop into a 35K profit the next year. Now, I'm not here to brag. I want you to know it's possible to bounce back from the brink. So honestly, it's totally possible to get to really survive from a failure and change your failure into something big. And you know how? I'm gonna explain you right now what I did. It's like I unlocked the secret fashion code. But why I changed and how I changed and what really made me changing and getting results. First, investing in myself. Imagine me as your virtual cheerleader, diving into marketing and sales courses, flexing my creative muscles into a business powerhouse. First, I invested in myself. I started to learn. But most of all, I started to think what my customers really needed. So what I really did was to thinking what was the problem, what were the problems of my dream customers. So I getting to know you. I became a bit of a mind reader for my customers. What do they need? What are their dreams? It's like creating a fashion love connection. Now I want to explain you better. What I really think, I really thought at that time, and that time was more about my Maiden Art jewelry collection, my Maiden Art brand. I really started to think what were the problems, the needs, and the benefits I could offer to my customers. I started to think what are the problems that I can solve with my fashion offer, with my products or services. Then second, I started to think what are the needs that my customer have. And then lastly, I started to think what are the benefits I can offer them with my products or services, with my brand, with everything I have. And so I started to speak to my customers in the same way they were speaking, in the same way you speak right now. I started to create more connection with them. What you have to do is really to read the mind of your dream customers. Think as they think. Become their best friends. That's the best advice I can give you. And then I started the third step I took was building an email love list. An email list very, very powerful and engaged. And I still do it. I mean, I still every day, I still keep growing my email list because I want to get my email list very engaged. I want to speak with my customers, and the best thing to do is through an email list for sure. So I waved my email magic wand and built a connection with fashion enthusiasts like you. So I'm sharing these secrets in my courses, online training, and coaching services because I think these are very, very powerful secrets. And if you are nodding along and feeling that fashion pain, you are not alone. Just think that you are not alone right now. Head over for Fashion for Profit. You can check the links in the show notes, and let's turn your fashion dreams into a reality. I just want to remember you that in the world of fashion dreams, persistence, understanding your audience, delivering value, and building real connections are the keys to unlocking your runway success. I'm not joking, but the most important thing you can do is to build an email list every single day, because the email list is yours. Social media are not yours. And second, because you need to connect deeply through, like from the bottom of your heart with your customers. You need to create a very strong connection with them, and you need to know them as your best friends. So I hope you enjoyed this very short episode. I just split it in 2 times because I had to record in 2 different moments. But I hope this episode really is helping you. And if, as usual, if you have any question, you can reach me out at ebooksforfashion.com or anywhere on social media or through my mail, wherever you want. I'm here to support you. Thank you so much for listening. I want to send you a very big hug and become a fashion boss. Create the fashion business and life of your dreams. Thank you so much and talk to you in the next episode. Bye for now.